Hello everyone, this is Sineg Wemonga. Today I'm gonna show you a quick video about what is the meta right now. What is the meta first? Meta is the pool of what people are playing, what the common player are usually play. So we got at the moment at least four decks that you gonna see a lot of time. And this is the four decks I present like being the four shit meta because by definition, if you're playing meta, you're just a common player. You're just like all the rest of the people. So this is why you will never see Cynic using the meta. Because I hate be common. But anyway, I'm gonna present you because people are using the meta because of course this is the tier A deck. This is the most powerful deck for the moment. And I'm gonna show you what they are. First, you've got the Agatha Shaman. It's based on Agatha. I mean, if you're playing this deck, right? It's something like this. I mean, if you're playing like 25 on this 30 card, you are playing this Shaman, this shit meta Shaman. So we got Agatha with this kind of stuff, and you've got Alak here and there, which is pretty strong with Elise, by the way. Um, this is what for me wasn't discover. I didn't think about this, but it's smart. This shaman is very good. This shaman is mid range, okay, which means that this shaman will be very powerful at the mid of the game. But in early, it's still nice, and it's a very powerful deck because of this Murloc and Shutterblock. It's very powerful. Plus, you've got the Ziliax, and some of them are playing Wish Upon the Star too. And with Alakir, you've got a very strong OTK at the end. Plus Muradin, which is totally broken. This card should be nerfed. I think this card will be nerfed on the next patch. This card gonna be like, I think like the hammer will be 7 cost and Muradin will be 6 cost. About the armor, I think the armor will change. Something like should change because these two cards are too strong. Anyway, you're gonna see in every deck you're gonna meet Xavius and Elise. This is two cards that you need, and also Ziliax. This is at least the three cards that they are in almost every deck because these three cards are very huge. Anyway, because of this Agatha Shaman, the deck shift because most of the people play this as an answer of the dragon, the shit meta number 2, which is this one. Has some change for now. It's shifting to another shit meta, shifting a little bit more late because every deck, this one was very at the start aggro to mid range, and now it's shifting to late game. Every deck are shifting to late game. I'm gonna explain you this later. So this shit meta number 2 is based on one of the cards who should change is this one. I think this one gonna be nerfed soon because it's very good. It's missing three cards. Of course, the card I'm missing because I don't have it is this one. This one is put your three cards in your deck, so it's missing this card. I thought this card was bad when I read it for the very first time, but actually the people are playing it's not that bad. Um, so what to say about this deck? Well, this is no star. This is quite easy to play. Uh, if you're playing like as I said, 25 of this deck, you're playing this shit Meta Dragon Warrior, and this Meta Dragon is quite mid range again, and was a little bit aggro before, but it shifts more to mid range late game and it's pretty strong. But now we're gonna see less of Warrior Dragon because this was the main deck 1 week ago. Okay, then I think that the Shaman break and destroy the shit meta number 2. So shit meta number 1 is the answer of shit meta number 2, and I think shit meta number 3 is the answer. No, I think shit meta number 4 is the answer of shit meta number 1. What is shit meta number 4 is the Death Knight. Death Knight is pretty strong because of the leech for the beginning. Plus, you need some corpse. So you're playing corpse in there. like this card just to make corpse. This one using corpse or making corpse, depends. And you're making like stuff like this. This deck is very powerful. It's nice. It's actually, I like this deck, but I think the leech are very too strong. The leech are too strong. So of course they're playing all the leech. The leech are very strong. It's totally broken, the leech, but it is what it is. And you've got this card to summon this one. Can be summoned by this card. You've got Umbra, of course, and you have the card I do not have. It's of course the three last cards I do not have. Is oh, it's what's Bom Samedi. I mean the card I don't have. Oh yeah, I have to. Oh, I do have it. I do have. Oh, no, I don't. This card is missing. This is the three cards I'm missing in the deck. It's Bom Samedi. So of course this deck is very huge based on Death Rattle. Actually, I like this deck. But as you can see, it's strong in the early because of the leech and some minions in there, like these two minions. And it's very strong at the late game with very huge value about Death Rattle. So I think this shit meta deck number 4 was the answer of the Shaman. I think the Death Knight destroyed the Shaman in there. Um, so as you can see, I think that this deck was mainly the first deck, everyone playing this. So the people found an answer which was the Shaman. And then the answer of the Shaman is probably the Death Knight. And I think finally this shit meta number 3 is the answer for the Death Knight. And you're gonna have the Lord Kronos, plus the shit card. This is the worst card I ever seen. I mean, it's one card and you're making 44 damage, right? We combo two cards and you're making 44 damage. The OTK has no style. It's just ugly shit, but it is like it is. Playing this is just being ugly, but you know what? I don't care. If you're playing this, it's your style, but it's just ugly. Anyway, what's happening is this deck is making ton of armor. This is an armor or mage and stacking armor until he making this combo at the end. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think the location. Nah, the location is there. So probably you make two of them. I don't know. So if you're playing something like this list, you're playing this shit meta number 3. So now you understand all the meta. You know the 4 main deck in the meta. Now, because it's more and more, this card is very, this shit meta was the answer of this one. And you can see that all the answer have been more late game. Every time it's going, shifting to a more late game meta. So now you're gonna have more and more late game deck. Such as now, it's coming right now, it's a shit Mirror Zone Priest deck based on Zaromi. This is one of the new decks you're gonna see a lot. Plus the Quest Warrior, you're gonna see a lot right now. This is too good thing. And because it's shifting again to a very late game, now the first aggro deck game will be strong in the next 2 weeks. So I recommend you some decks very aggro, now, such as the Demon Hunter or the Enter. You can do some very strong aggro right now, and it will be good for the exactly moment. Because of the meta is shifting to late game, and because this one is destroyed by, and people are playing right now, this is the 3 more deck you're gonna see. So you're gonna see all these minions, and they're gonna destroy you. If you're playing very aggro, you're gonna meet this one and this one gonna destroy you, but you're gonna destroy probably these two guys. So, and you can win against them. It's like 50-50, I think. So I recommend really to play very aggro for the moment to destroy them people. And because you're gonna play aggro, the meta is shifting to aggro, then it's gonna reshift again to the mid range. So it's basically that simple, the meta. You have got aggro, which is dominated by mid range. Mid range are dominated by the late game. And that's it. You shift to the shit meta every day. So the meta change every day. But this is the most common shit you've got in there. So all you have to do is understand the meta, means you understand what deck will be strong against this four good decks. This is, I mean, if you see these four decks, it's like 70% of the ladder or 80% of the ladder. I do not talk about the Druid. So we've got some kind of endless grip of Druid with the 9/9 tone and giving +3/+3 and Zinashari. This Druid exists, but it's not like, I don't consider it like part of the meta. But this deck is very late game. So I won't be surprised to see him coming more and more in the future. You will see mirror zone shit coming a lot. You will, the mirror zone shit. So I mean the mirror zone shit is it's just based on two cards actually. So OTK with two cards is not a cool OTK because it's just obvious. You know, it's Zarumi plus mirror zone. There, I don't have it, not yet. I don't like. It's not cool, man. It's just wow. I've got one extra turn. It's coming to infinity attack, and I just wreck the opponent. No style, like the mage. But so what's happening is you're gonna have for the shit meta shifting to another to a late game meta, and this is why you're gonna see more and more late game. And this is why I recommend you, if you want to climb, to use aggro deck. Aggro deck are very good because it's good again late game. If you depend, sometimes you will lose, of course, but I think you can easily have 60% win rate at the moment against these four decks. If you play like retarded hunter or retarded demon hunter with no style, but you know this will be strong against the meta, and or you can shift to a very late game. This is why I think my endless grey buff. I made a video on this one. This one is very strong against aggro and infinite value because of infinite grey buff. I made a video on this and I recommend it to climb legend. For now, I think it's a very good one actually. You get ton of armor, so you can avoid the OTK from this shit. Make out of course I forgot to mention about the shit meta. You're gonna see more and more dirty rat coming. Dirty rat will be back again, and this card is so cool. So this card will be back again because of the mage, of course. But it's also good against. This one can be dangerous, but it's cool. This card destroy all the mirrors on shit. So the dirty rat will come back. Don't worry, you're gonna see it. Also, one meta card we see a lot is the destruction of the location. This card is using a lot because, as you can see, in almost all decks, you've got an Elise, at least, and you've got like every deck got some location. Here you got a location. You've got an Elise and a location. So this obviously here you've got you usually you have this location. I don't know why I don't have it. Should have inside. So you've got this location, and they are not playing Elise. Some do. So, but anyway, the location destruction is very good. This one has a location too. It's this location and this one. So as you can see, every deck, and even the Druid, every deck using location. This is why you're gonna see this minion a lot. So I won't be surprised that this card will be in like 50% of all decks because location are used by everyone. I use location. Location are very strong. Especially Elise is very strong. So this is it. I think I took enough about the meta. If you have legendary to craft, I recommend to craft. Um, if you need some legendary to craft, this is the two most important three. If you need three legendary, I recommend Xavius, Elise, and I like this card, and also Ziliax. This is a three. I mean, it's like in this deck, in this deck, in this deck, and also in every deck. Ziliax is the legendary to craft. Anyway, I like Ceaseless Expense too, but just depends of me. So now you have a better understanding of what is the meta. It's shit meta. Of course, I will never play them again because I don't like it. So bye bye shit meta, and it's shifting toward late game meta, and this is why I will make a video about the anti-OTK very soon. This is the next video I'm preparing right now. Um, you're gonna see a lot of quest warrior. You're gonna see a lot of mirrors on priest because they are the answer of the shit meta I present. And then they will return back to the warrior dragon because it's gonna be a good answer about the shitty mirrors on shits. So you know it's kind of a cycle. They are recycle each one because they are it just raw dragon be destroyed by shaman, shaman destroying by death knight, death knight destroyed by mage, mage gonna be destroyed by the OTK, the OTK late game will be destroyed back to the mid range, and this is the cycle, this is the cycle you're gonna see. This is why I recommend you right now to play very very aggro. You can play, I think the two most very powerful aggro is demon hunter and hunter right now. But I think Paladin very aggro with the aura for +2/+1 is very good. So I recommend this three kind of deck if you need to climb. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. Please like and subscribe. If you don't think differently of mine, my opinion, please share it in the comments. Just have to say what if you think something else about the meta right now. You can just say it in the comment. I will respond. I will answer because it's kind of interesting for me. But this is what I saw in the meta right now. Okay, bye bye. Please subscribe. Enjoy this video. Bye bye.